Hello, this is Dr. Rachel Stricker with Illumination Wellness, and today I'm going to lead you in a little meditation for cultivating compassion. So this is all about evoking that path of choosing love over fear. And of course, cultivating compassion is all about acceptance and letting go of judgment. So we can cultivate this compassion and move forward towards more self-love, as well as being more accepting and loving towards other people. So as we come into meditation, there's 3 aspects of meditation that we need to be aware of. So the first one is posture. So the best way to come into this meditation is to find the most upright spine as you can. So that can be sitting in a chair with the feet planted down on the ground, or it can be sitting in some kind of, sitting on the ground in some kind of cross-leg pose or lotus pose if you're able to do that. So the main thing is that you really want to have the spine nice and straight. So this really helps to cultivate that movement of energy through the spine. So that's our first aspect of meditation. The second aspect of meditation is the breath. And so the breath is spoken of as pranayama, which is life force. So this is the breathing exercises of our life force energy. So we want to make sure to cultivate the proper breathing during our meditation as well. So we'll come into that. And then the third is going to be focus. So there's many ways to have focus in meditation. So sometimes it's just focusing on some sort of object, or focusing on some kind of drishti, which is moving your eyes towards a certain thing. And this can be done by closing your eyes as well. And so some of those focal points are often the third eye space, which of course is between the brows, sometimes focusing on the tip of the nose or the tip of the chin, or even focusing in different chakras of the body, the energy centers in the body. But we're going to use our focus by doing a chant. So this really is just something to occupy the mind, to keep us focused and part of our meditation. So the first breathing exercise we're going to do is just by placing the left hand over the center of the chest, and we're going to put the right hand on the belly. And I just encourage you to go ahead and close your eyes here. So closing the eyes just helps us to begin to bring things more inward. And so before we do any manipulation of the breath, I just want you to notice the breath. So really noticing the breath flowing in and out, noticing that gentle rise and fall of the chest and the belly with every breath. And then beginning to see if you can deepen that breath, so really finding a big expansive breath and completely letting that breath go. And having the left hand on the center of the chest gives us a little bit of a calming effect. Good, a few more breaths just like this. Nice, big filling up. And exhale, letting go. So keeping the left hand over the center of the chest, we're going to just move the right hand over to the side. And you're going to connect the thumb and the index finger of that right hand. So we call this Gyan Mudra. And this is kind of that yogi mudra that many people see in people in meditative practices. And this is the mudra that helps to invoke that inner wisdom. So from here, we're going to continue that deep breathing. Nice big inhale through the nose. Nice big exhale out through the nose. Staying focused on that sensation of the rising and falling of the chest with every breath. Letting your attention and your awareness be focused solely on the breath. Good. Good, and we're going to go ahead and open the eyes. So the next little movement we're going to come into is a really nice heart opening movement. And so this is used a lot in Kundalini yoga, and it's said to increase our auric ripples, which really means that it just helps to expand that energy field around us. But I also really like this pose because it helps awaken the spine, so it helps us bring ourselves into that proper posture. So I'm going to take a little push back so I have a little extra room here. So first you're going to find the nice straight spine, and you're going to reach the arms out. So make sure you relax your shoulders down and start to squeeze the shoulder blades together just a little bit. So on your inhale, you're going to open the arms up really wide and lift the chest up. And then on your exhale, you're going to pull the belly button in, rounding the spine as the hands come close together without touching. And again, nice big inhale, open. And exhale, closing and rounding in. Good, so really focusing on those really big movements of the spine and letting your breath move with you. So the inhale to open wide, and the exhale really rounding in as much as you can. Inhale, opening wide, feeling that big full wingspan. And exhale, closing and rounding in. Let's do one more of those. Inhale, opening. And exhale, rounding and closing in. Good. And just relax the arms back down by the side. So now we're going to begin to do a chant. So the chant that we're going to be doing is Om Mani Padme Hum. So what this translation of this chant that we'll be doing means, and you know, there's many translations for all of our chants that we do. So this one is done a lot this is a Tibetan chant. So what this means is, behold the jewel in the lotus. And so what this one is really talking about, there's the goddess of compassion and of mercy called Kuan Yin. And so in many pictures, Kuan Yin is depicted as sitting on top of a lotus flower. So breaking up each syllable of the word, the Om, is sort of this universal sound that we talk about. So it really invokes the body, the speech, and the mind. And then Mani means jewel. So this jewel is known for enlightenment and compassion and loving. Padme is the lotus. So the lotus flowers really symbolizes this enlightenment and this wisdom. So the story of the lotus flower is that it has its roots down in the muck and then comes up to the light to be this beautiful flower. So that's what we think about with the lotus. And then hum, our last syllable, is about indivisibility, or oneness, the thing that we are connected. We're all connected to each other. We're all connected in this universe. So that invokes the oneness in this chant. So again, it's Om Mani Padme Hum. So there's 6 syllables in this chant. So you can choose to chant along. It makes it a little more powerful when you're chanting along, or you can just listen to me chant and you can close the eyes. Whether you're saying it or not, you want to go ahead and close the eyes and settle in. So we're going to just check back in with that posture, make sure we're finding that nice straight spine, and begin to close the eyes. Check back in with the breath, maybe taking a nice big inhale through the nose, nice big exhale out through the mouth. This really helps us to settle in. And then we'll begin our chant. Om Mani Padme Hum. 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 Good, so stay here with the eyes closed for just a moment. Again, bring that left hand over the center of the chest. And bring that right hand, thumb, and index finger to touch to the side of the body. Feel the breath as it rises and falls. Feel that heart space energy. Feel the vibration in the body that we've created with our chant. And now, we're going to begin to cultivate that self-love by thinking about one wonderful thing about yourself. Let whatever comes into your mind first radiate out, embodying that value, whatever came to mind. And now think of another person in your life, maybe someone who you have a difficult relationship with. And think about one quality that you admire about them. Let that quality radiate out from that person, radiating on to you. And as that quality radiates out, allow it also to be embodied in you. We'll begin to close the hands back into heart center. I thank you very much for joining me in this meditation today for cultivating compassion. I hope that you will be able to find more love, more acceptance in yourself, and know that that love always comes from within. Namaste.